here we are, program 7, the last show. It's been incredible doing this. I enjoyed it so much. I'm so glad you've all joined me to come along for the ride. I'd like to thank Mike Hobbs and Keith Graves at Merton College, the guys that taught me, and I'm so happy to have shared this all with you. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'd love to hear your comments. So here it is, the last show, program 7, the end, my friend. So here's a piece of deep joy. First time back in the workshop after a couple of weeks. Time to put all this bit together, make the guitar. And as I was taking the pickups off, I just lowered the end of my drill onto the top of the guitar and dented it. This tiny thing is where the end of my screwdriver went and dented the surface. It's utterly devastating when this sort of thing happens. And the temptation is to get really annoyed and get really upset, which I did for about 15 seconds. But after that, you just have to sort of think, how can I get out of this? How can I recover from this? And unfortunately, the only recovery is to take all the finish off the top and do it again. So here we go. So that's that off again. You know, we've all got strengths and weaknesses in our work, and certainly one of my absolute weaknesses is finishing. I try to keep my finishes really simple. I've created a bit of a sunburst on the back by using a tobacco brown around the edge and an amber in the middle. I'm going to give the sides maybe a tiny touch of amber just to give them some colour. On the front I'll try and do a really finer than before, I hope, spray of even amber, and then go over that with the clear coat top to finish it all off. So this will do for me, and I think this will cover it, and I hope it will be enough. I liked the way it looked before I ruined it. Well, I don't think I've got enough of this paint left, but I'm just going to try the very slightest hint. Just ruined it. Ran out. So I'm just going to try a quick sunburst and see if there's anything I can retrieve. So I tried a sunburst and I didn't think it worked, but it's interesting. Now I've come in here and I've calmed down a bit. I'm now sanding away with a 1000 grit wet and dry, and it's evening out that sunburst and making it less prominent. And it's early days, but I'm actually quite liking it. So we'll have to see how this turns out. I'll be as surprised as you are. Maybe we have saved it. Let's just do a little experiment here. Just a bit of wiring I did the other day. Yeah, we might have just got this back from the brink. You have to leave the nitrocellulose that I put on here for a week or so, at least 2 actually, before you do this stage. Otherwise it's too plastic and it falls to pieces. This is a nice moment, sticking the logo on. It's personal, it's a nice moment. So it's just going to be a question of plonking that in there, leaving it for a few minutes until it's ready to come off. That needs to be just slightly warm, no more. So it's just a question of waiting for that to slide off the backing, which is completely unknown. I mean, it just happens when it happens. This is not good. It's actually falling off the thing. So let's get it off of there pronto. Oh, that's not bad. I'm going to tease that position a bit, if I can, without ruining it, which is always the trick. Soak up some of that water. Yeah, there we go. That's better. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. So there it is. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Some days you should just stop when you have your first mistake, go and have a cup of tea and go and do something else, because pressing on very often is a bad idea. But at least we didn't destroy it yet. Getting the gold foil P90 style pickups back into the body is not as easy as I thought. This would have been so much easier if I'd got some humbuckers instead. But these things look great and they sound fantastic and they're authentic to the style of the guitar. Maybe if I push them down, yeah, that probably helps. Yay! Oh yeah, these are going to look so cool. Okay, that's one. I think that's one. Never quite convinced whether I've got it in the hole or whether I'm making a new one. Making a new one, bad news. It's just that last bit there. My dad was an electronics engineer, and the reason that his soldering was so good is he tinned everything. That is, he always pre-soldered the ends of all the wires that he attached, and then all he would do is touch them together and apply a little bit more solder and a bit more heat to that joint, and immediately he would get a fantastic joint. He also had an uncanny way of being able to hold three things at once, which he's never explained to me, which he used to refer to as his third hand. I don't like cutting pickups off really tight. So I tend to leave them as long as I can and just furl them up like this, and then put a couple of these tiny weeny cable ties around them. I've done it. Just I drop it again. Hooray. Time to fire up the fender. That's that one. That's that both. That's the body wired up for the first time. Yes! Oh, wicked. We have a pickup selector. Excellent. I think we're ready to put the neck on, but I think we'll put the machine heads on first, yeah? Truss rod cover, I make them out of a bit of an offcut and then shape it on the belt sander, get a nice little angle on the back so that it sits up against the nut nice and tight, and then stick that on the top. So now I suppose we need to put this on that body. Clear the area first, just get everything off your bench and give it a good sweep, because if you get a piece of solder in here on your finish, these curtains, it'll scratch the hell out of it. I've just taken these off and swept them down and dusted. Okay, that click, you see, it was actually a little bit up, so that is now correctly located. And there it is. There it is. Complete with headstock. That's really, really nice. That's really nice. I think there's only one thing for it. Let's get some strings on it. I think this makes a difference to the sound, I really do. I think having a wooden bridge really changes the guitar. I think this guitar, with its very, very strange construction, semi-acoustic type construction, and its, gold foil pickups, I think without this bridge, it would actually sound a bit tinny, a bit chimey, and I think this will probably calm it down a bit. So there it is, finally, after all these weeks and all that effort, and I think it's been worth every second of it. I think this looks absolutely gorgeous. A real improvement on the original, and the great thing about it is I think it honours the original guitar. I think it's an improvement. Even acoustically, it sounds really, really good, but electrically, with these wonderful Mojo pickups. What started off as this is an old tabletop, an old spruce top I had knocking around. Some pickups I bought last Christmas, had no idea what to do with. Comes together into this wonderful instrument, and it's a joy to play. It's great acoustically. Which I wasn't expecting. And this great bridge. I mean, I really enjoyed making the bridge. Well, that's that. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. I hope you've all subscribed. I will be doing something else in the future, and I will keep you all informed about what I plan to do. But until the next time when I see you in the workshop, take care. Keep building. Oh, before you go, small request, if you've got an idea for something that I could build or you'd like to see something explained, put a comment below and I'll see what I can do. Keep building, and I'll see you soon.